Hey sports fans, Coach Nick here, and welcome to B-Ball Breakdown. After a lot of requests for teams that we haven't seen before in B-Ball Breakdown, I decided to break down the game between the Memphis Grizzlies and the Houston Rockets from the other night. And I gotta tell you, I was thoroughly entertained. Houston has a lot of pieces, and Rick Adelman's getting them playing together pretty well. If they can add Aaron Brooks and get Yao Ming a little bit more healthy, they're going to be a team to be reckoned with. However, every team in the Western Conference is a team to be reckoned with, save for the Clippers, I guess. So they can just get in line and beat up on each other. That said, the Memphis Grizzlies have a lot of talent, and they're still learning the ropes, and they have a lot of young players that need to learn a lot more of the fundamentals of how to play in the NBA. Memphis starts out in a nice little offense with a screen and roll on top. Watch Luis Scola as he does not hustle back to get Marc Gasol. However, if the spacing is correct like this, it's really hard to stop this play because you're going to give up something wide open. The Memphis Grizzlies rotation on defense is off in my opinion. Here you're going to see Gay help out even though he's one pass away. He should stay home. I think Henry should help out in the screen and roll. Instead, they get stuck in between. Randolph doesn't close out enough on a great shooter and they make a three. Any coach will tell you not to get stuck in the air when you're trying to pass, and here's a good example why. First he's in the air, second he's throwing back into the teeth of the defense. He'll never make it. Here's some great Memphis offense. Dribble pitch on top, they're going to curl Rudy Gay around a double screen. That's going to put so much pressure on the defense, they have to help, forcing Martin to come in the lane, and that gives Javier Henry a beautiful open shot. More clever offense on the weak side. You'll see Gasol set a screen on Battier. They're going to float a pass over to Gay for a three-pointer. A beautiful shot. Here's an interesting offense. All four guys on the weak side are above the free throw line, and Memphis cannot help based on the defensive rules. Couple plays here. First of all, watch Shane Battier and how good he is on defense getting that steal. And I also want you to see Scola tearing down the court, beating Gasol down. Now, normally you'd see Battier bring the ball up himself, but he sees the floor, beautiful pass up the court, and then they hit Scola for a layup. Watch how active Lowry is here as a point guard. He doesn't respect Conley's jump shot, so he can fade off and get a steal there. And then when he finishes, he's going to go off of both feet gliding to his right to avoid a charge. Perfect footwork, and this is the way you finish at the basket now. The Rockets' defense is superb, mostly because of Chuck Hayes. Look how he steps in and takes a charge on Rudy Gay. Fantastic. Memphis, on the other hand, is letting Houston pass the ball around like they're playing catch with each other. If you do that against a good offensive team like this, they're going to start bombing away from three once they get the rhythm going. Back on defense for the Rockets, they're taking away passes like that pass, forcing Memphis to do the third or fourth option where they get a really tough shot. Eventually, this is going to wear you down. Watch O.J. Mayo as he's going to drift off of one of the best three-point shooters in the league. This is inexplicable and unacceptable for a defense. It's not clear why Battier goes underneath the screen, but if you do that, Rudy Gay is going to nail that jumper on you. I can't say enough good about Battier, especially with plays like this. He gets stripped, but he does not give up. He pursues the ball and then, boom, hits a beautiful pass in the corner for a wide-open three. I had high hopes for Thabit when he came into the league, but see how slow he is getting over to get that block shot? You can still see Pete Carrill's influence on Rick Adelman in Houston as they run a Princeton high post play by doing a dribble pitch and then a screen for the shooter. Beautiful. Greivis Vasquez is still definitely a rookie on defense. Here, Arthur is going to hedge nicely while Vasquez is going to half-heartedly double even though he didn't have to, leaving Brad Miller, a great three-point shooter, wide open. Splash. As we get deeper into the second quarter, Memphis abandons their cleverness on offense and just goes to screen and roll and try and penetrate into the teeth. Here they get stripped, Houston races back down, it gets a dunk, and the game is starting to get out of hand. They get back organized on offense and they're going to have Marc Gasol duck in, but Rudy Gay doesn't cut when he catches the ball like he should. He's too slow getting there, and as a result they get a really tough shot. Everything is cause and effect. By not hedging correctly on the screen and roll with Randolph coming up here, everybody else gets out of position. They have to scramble to get a wide open shot. They miss, but they get the rebound because, again, Memphis is not in position. Needing a basket here at the crucial point of the third quarter, they go to Rudy Gay in the low post. No cutting, no movement, and when he misses, nobody there for a rebound. Under attack, the Houston Rockets can get all the way past the free throw line before someone picks him up. It's too late for that. Zach Randolph is very talented in the low post, but watch his footwork. He's going to go off of 1 foot his right and then try and shoot sideways with his left hand. It should be a right-handed shot to the front of the rim. Memphis is playing defense okay. They're running guys off and trying to chase them around. But then you get Brad Miller, who can fake a three and go right to the basket. Very difficult to stop. Memphis goes to the low post again with Gay. And here they're going to double with Jordan Hill and watch Brad Miller come over to help. That opens up the lane for a beautiful basketball play. Gasol touch pass to Arthur for a dunk. That's basketball. With Arthur leading the way, the Memphis Grizzlies defense has picked up its intensity. It's taken away a lot more from the Houston Rockets, not letting them get anything easy. They can't get into the middle here, and he has to throw up a bad shot with the shot clock winding down. Rudy Gay commands so much attention that if he goes to the middle on a drive, they all have to collapse. That leaves people open, and Arthur hits a long two. The Grizzlies are used to being down in the fourth quarter, and that's when Rudy Gay just takes over and hits a ridiculous fadeaway. Ishmael Smith is hyper quick and is bringing the ball up, and Vasquez is trying to reach and is way too high, gets beat easily. Arthur has to help, and then can't get his own man who's wide open for a three. Rudy Gay must assume that without him scoring, they're not going to get in this game, so he just starts throwing up shots like this. That's too difficult. Down 7 with lots of time left in the fourth quarter, I can't believe that having Vasquez shoot a three-point shot with 11 seconds to go on the shot clock was what the coaching staff wanted. Rudy Gay falls asleep on Chase Budinger here and loses his man. That causes Arthur to have to help, and that means that Brad Miller is open on the top of the key again. Just watch Marc Gasol. He's going to screen twice, then get a cross screen for himself over to the post, and he gets open for a three-point play. This is really good offense. Watch the rookie Vasquez. He shouldn't probably be in here in the fourth quarter because Lowry just backdoors him for a layup. You can't have that in the fourth quarter. Marc Gasol is going to try and hedge, but he's a really poor job at it because he doesn't contain the dribbler who goes right to the basket. Everyone has to rotate over, and that lets Brad Miller get right in there for a tip, and that's crucial in this game. Luis Scola's man will set a screen for Rudy Gay. He needs to be higher on that hedge. By letting Rudy Gay get ahead of steam, he gets right to the basket for a dunk. Beautiful. The Rockets don't attack this 2-3 zone with anyone in the middle, and that's going to cause them trouble as they can't get penetration and they had a really bad shot. You'll see Memphis is going to try and swing the ball as part of their normal offensive play, but Zach Randolph is not going to take this screen from Gasol. Gasol gets upset. He's going to actually hold his hands up saying, what the heck's going on here? Now they're stuck with the shot clock winding down, and Conley has to go to the basket, take a really hard shot and miss, putting him out of position to get back. By doing that and staying there, he can't get back to guard his man. So now the Grizzlies are in scramble mode. They're now guarding the wrong people, and you're going to see Marc Gasol have to guard Shane Battier ultimately. That is going to spell doom for them as Battier comes around a screen. Gasol is not comfortable there, and he nails a three. Here's the final nail in the coffin. They're in the 2-3 zone again, and this time Brad Miller, after fumbling the ball, is going to split the guards. That cannot happen against the zone, and when that does happen, though, you're going to have wide open shooters, and that's going to end the game. So there you have it, folks. The Houston Rockets definitely have enough pieces to get to 5th in the conference easy without the pieces that they're missing. If they can add Aaron Brooks, who was most improved last year, and a Yao Ming that is an all-star when he's playing, they could compete for the top 3 slots, I think. Memphis is a year or two away from really developing and maybe one more player, but they're on the right track. So Memphis fans, you have a lot to look forward to. Thanks for joining us on B-Ball Breakdown. Stay tuned for lots more. Don't forget at Heat Breakdown, we're breaking down all of the Heat games and having a great conversation there. So thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time on B-Ball Breakdown. And don't forget, it's not a channel, it's a conversation.